Good evening. My name is David Giannetti. I'll be standing in for our chair, Richard Antonetti, who's unable to make it tonight, is ill. I'd like to call the Wednesday, November 8th, 2023 meeting of the Watertown Police Commission to order. Are we recording?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And our next item of business is roll call.
Ron Russ.
Robert McCarthy.
David Giannetti.
Richard Rossi.
And let the record show we have our Chief Berniger here tonight and our Deputy Chief Dominguez also. The next item on our agenda is public participation. Do we have any public participation? Any public participation? Is there any public participation? Seeing none, we'll next move to agenda item number 4, approval of the September 13th, 2023 minutes in the October 11th, 2023 regular meeting minutes. As of right now, we do not have the updates that Chairman Antonetti was asking for the September 13th minutes, so we will table that. And Chief, if you don't mind looking into the status of the September 13th meeting minutes. I'll entertain a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes for the October 11th, 2023 meeting.
So moved.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
And if you don't mind, just state your name.
Richard Rossi.
Richard Ross. Ron Russ made the motion. Richard Rossi seconded it, just for record-keeping purposes. Is there a discussion? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes for the October 11th regular meeting minutes. Next item, number 5 on the agenda, is correspondence, of which we have none. Item number 6 is new business. Again, no new business to report. Item number 7, old business. 7A is update on DOT action regarding a flashing beacon sign on Woodbury Road, just prior to the intersection with Wolf Hill Road. And Chief Berniger, I understand that you have not heard from the DOT yet on this item. Is that correct?
Yeah, no new update since the last commission meeting, Mr. Chairman. The last correspondence I received from the Department of Transportation was on Friday, September 15th, stating that they had received our request and would be launching an investigation to determine if the sign was warranted. And just a reminder that they did state if the town wanted to put in flashing lights on the sign, it would be at the town's expense.
Okay, great. Thank you, Chief. And then agenda item 7B, parking issues on Commercial Street. Chief, I understand you have an update on that as far as the sign that you're requesting.
So yes, parking continues to be a problem on Commercial Street. If you go up there now, you'll probably see 3, maybe even 4 car-carrying trailers just parked along the side of the road. They are validly registered trailers. So none of our parking ordinances currently allow the police department to ticket or remove those trailers from the roadway until the winter parking ban goes into effect, and they'd have to be removed for the overnight hours. My proposal would be that we erect signage along both sides of Commercial Street, and I did provide you with examples of what these signs would look like, that prohibit overnight parking year-round on Commercial Street on both sides of the road, and that vehicles would be towed at the owner's expense. Below that sign, I would propose an additional sign that says no truck or trailer parking on the roadway. And because when you do park trucks on both sides of the road, the roadway does narrow down so that only one car can pass in between.
What if they allow just parking on the right-hand side and not the left, because there's a lot of driveways on the left-hand side plus State Street?
So my only concern with that is that the parking on that road is kind of critical for the dealerships to utilize when they're trying to, let's say, plow their lots in the winter. They oftentimes will move all their vehicles out onto the roadway to clear their lots, and then they bring them all back in. So I'm not sure restricting parking during the day for vehicles is the answer. It is a busy road. There are a lot of businesses, and I think the parking on the roadway is needed for those businesses. If it's just vehicles parked on the road, we can still have two-way traffic. It's when we get large trucks that park on the road that it begins to cause a problem, especially for people exiting businesses like McDonald's and other consumer-based businesses on that road. It's very difficult to exit those driveways when there's a large commercial vehicle parked right up against that driveway.
Yes, I was up there this morning and saw two large trailer trucks parked there, and I saw those car carriers parked the next side of the road, empty, and then there was another huge trailer, flatbedded, with nothing on it, almost at the intersection of Bunker Hill Road, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess something will have to be done, huh?
Yeah, I think just putting these signs up, you know, we would give everybody a warning at first to make sure these vehicles get moved, and then by day 2 or 3, we would have them towed out of there. And if the commission does approve the parking restrictions, we'd work with Public Works to both procure the signs and get them put in place.
Any other questions for the chief on this matter?
One question. Did this surface as a result of an accident or just a complaint?
Just as we've received numerous complaints. In fact, we receive about 1 complaint per week from residents and other businesses in the area. And just this week, we had a mobile home that got placed on Commercial Street and was starting to park there long-term. So we managed to locate the owner and got that removed. But the roadway is starting to be used for long-term parking for large vehicles, and I don't think that's safe.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the chief on this matter? Okay. Thank you, chief, for that report. We'll place that on the December agenda for potential action. Appreciate you bringing that information to us. Let the record show, I failed to mention earlier that we have made Ronald Russ a full voting member for this meeting in the absence of Commissioners Hobart Lambo, Chairman Antonetti, and Commissioner Verno. Now moving on to agenda item number 8, Chairman's report. The only thing I have from the chairman is he wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers as he goes through this latest health episode. Agenda item number 9, Chief, the police chief's monthly report.
So you have my statistical report and should have had my chief's report emailed a couple days ago, and I'll read that into the record. The Watertown Police Department has received grant awards through the Department of Transportation to participate in distracted driving and driving under the influence enforcement campaigns. Officers will be hired on grant overtime specifically to enforce distracted driving and DUI laws. We've also received funds through OPM that was ARPA money that was distributed out to municipalities for the purpose of crime suppression and auto theft. It was in the sum of $35,000, and we've been putting 2-car units out on the road since late spring, utilizing those funds, and we continue to do so, targeting hotspot areas, specifically in the area of Straits Turnpike and our commercial zones. The annual Santa Parade will take place on Friday, November, I believe it's 24th, 25th. Which starts on Depot Street and ends on the Watertown Green. It's a very nice family event. I'm not sure if you've been out there, but it's a nice evening, and the kids sure enjoy it. The red dot sight training has been completed. If you recall, the department purchased red dot sight optics for all of our firearms. All sworn members have been through 24 hours of training on those optics, and it's fully deployed at this time. Been highly reviewed by the officers, all of which put about 1,000 rounds downrange, getting accustomed to these new sights. A conditional offer has been given to a lateral sworn officer. The anticipated start date for this officer is December 18th, which will bring our department up to full staffing at 42 sworn. The deputy chief and I attended the new statutorily mandated local traffic authority 101 course for the past 2 days at DOT headquarters. So we'll be getting credit for the attendance there as your designees. But I do encourage any commissioner that would like to attend that course. They're going to be offering it again in the future, both in person and virtually, and it goes into detail about what your roles, responsibilities, and powers as a local traffic authority are, as well as a lot of information about what resources are available to the local traffic authority. So it's a good course to attend. If you're interested, I can certainly continue to inform you when those dates are.
Please do, thank you.
Certainly. Our speed radar signs that are deployed throughout town are currently, we have one on Middlebury Road in the area of Deerfield, one on Davis Street by Swift Junior High School, and that's a road that just got newly paved, so we're monitoring speed, doing speed enforcement on these newly paved roads. Due to complaints, we have one on Belden Street in the area of Trumbull Street going down that steep hill. And one due to complaints is on Mount Fair Drive, going down the hill as you approach, is it west or east? Which road is that?
East Street.
East Street, thank you. We've had several complaints from neighbors on Mount Fair about the speed of traffic. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for the chief regarding his report? Okay, excellent. Hearing none, we will now move to adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Robert McCarthy, I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Russ. Robert McCarthy has seconded. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion passes. Thank you, everyone. A quick but effective meeting. We will see you all next month.